Good afternoon, I'm Paul Robbins from Castool. We're a local manufacturer in Uxbridge. Angela asked me if I could be the first participant in doing a video to the chamber. We don't really have a format for doing this yet or content, but I'll see if I can make a few minutes of my time and your time useful. Castool has been having a fabulous and horrible year like the rest of the world. Then of course in early last year we saw signs in Asia of COVID-19. By the third week of March it was here. Castool's business during April, May reduced by about 50%. In June was down about 30%. July down maybe 15 to 20%. Since August, we've been running at 100%. Our employees have gone from running anywhere from 16 to 24 hours a week, up to right now, somewhere between 50 to 65 hours a week. We are now operating at levels of business that we have never seen prior COVID-19. And are very, very busy. So I just thought I'd share some of what's happening at Castool with you. So Castool, in our way of serving the industries, try to give more value to both extruders and die casters globally. By more value, a die caster is basically looking for better castings faster. The automotive industry, which is the market for aluminum die castings globally, wants perfect castings cheap. So the best thing that we can do for our customers is help them achieve that. The same with the extrusion market. They extrude profiles, and our mantra for extrusion is better profiles faster. This machine is a 5-axis milling machine. Typically, all of our machines have more than 3 axes, which allows us to do more types of functions on a machine. This actually increases the cycle time, gives you less setup times, so you can accomplish more tasks. So if you take a look at some of these components, this is typically an object that'll come off these machines. You can see there's turning applications, there's drilling, there's threads, there's milling applications, and again, everything is within 1 or 2 thou accuracy. This machine is interesting because it also has a robot to manipulate the parts. We can manufacture the part, we can measure the part, we can clean the part, we can also inspect it and engrave it, all within this one machining cell. I'd like to talk a little bit more about value add and efficiency, and this is just my simple rule for the way we run this company. But on the value add side, if you can add more value to your customers and your competitors, and it doesn't matter how much the value that is, you can typically charge up to about 10% more than your competition. On the other side, as far as efficiency, if you can be more efficient at actually delivering or reducing your cost, you can probably make a gain up to about 10% on the other side. The spread between maximum value and maximum efficiency in my book is about 20%. So if you are the best in the world consistently, you can probably make about 20%. The problem is if you make 21%, someone will steal your business. So our businesses operate very, very efficiently at about 15%. With very little exposure because the cost benefit of stealing our business is not there for the competition. These are called plunger tips, are used for die casting. It's actually a part that goes on a giga press, which is a 6,200 ton press that Tesla are using now in California, Texas, Shanghai, and also Berlin. These are for the biggest die casting machines in the world. What Tesla is starting to do is basically break the car into 3 pieces. They're casting the rub, which is the back end of the car, the tub, which is the middle of the car, and also the FUB, which of course is the front of the car. Again, this is the type of work we do. We're manufacturing our own control panels. We're programming our own control panels. What happens is the costs come down and the value again to the customer is increased. The other 50% of our business, which is probably a little bit easier to explain to you and show to you, is delivering the products that we actually sell to our customers cheaper. This isn't about subcontracting them to China or subcontracting them to Vietnam. This is about efficiency of manufacture. The main materials we use are steel. Our steel utilization rates are extremely high. Over 90% of all the steel that we buy, we use by putting various components together so that our utilization can be high. Just for interest, we use about 4 million pounds of hot work tool steel a year. We are the single largest customer of the German steel mill that sells these products in the world. Then we'll go through some of the manufacturing methods. We use very, very modern and expensive equipment for some applications, using robotics so that we can get good utilization. In other areas of the business, we use actually machinery that is 50 or 60 years old that's been upgraded to today's specification. So we tend to try to use the best people, the best equipment, the best technology for the applications. The actual CMM or measuring is done off the machine versus on the cell. All of the measurement is done by computer today or by CMM. We have a model that the part is supposed to be made out of, and the CMM is connected to the model so it can actually measure the part within less than a thou accuracy to make sure it's identical to the model. We spend a great deal of time with simulations, with science, with design, with educating, with presenting, doing many, many different things to learn and to educate. The first thing is to learn and understand our customers' business and how our products apply to their business. And secondary is to educate our customers so that they understand how our products can affect their business, giving them better castings faster, and then helping them actually do it, and then helping them measure it so that they know how to value us. This is our laboratory. We have 2 scientists. Yaya, that sits in this corner, is a PhD and a prof from University of Waterloo. If we want to be the best in the world, we have to understand the operation and be able to educate, as I mentioned earlier. So we have a very good educator here. These guys are using a 64-core processor in-house, so we can run simulations, live and real simulations, to show our customers how the actual products will react in a real situation. It's both to help us with design and also help teach the customer on how to use the equipment. Part of the problem when we go to a trade show is to actually help teach our customers and teach their employees. Typically a trade show will have, in our cases, maybe 20 or 30 people from each company. So we've taken a die casting machine and we've downsized it a little bit, done cutaways and transparencies so that we can actually show how the internal components of the machine work. On this side, we've taken extrusion press and we've done the same. We've cut the container in half. We have LED panels in here, which we can run simulation programs. We've taken the extrusion die that does the forming, cut it in half so you can actually see what happens internally in the die. So we built a mini extrusion press, again, as a teaching aid so that we can help our employers teach their employees. But as an educational and marketing tool, and I believe marketing is about educating, they're fabulous. The amount of attention, good attention that we get at a trade show is second to none. We were just at a trade show in Thailand a couple of weeks ago. It was the only trade show we did in 2020. And I must admit, we were the busiest booth in the whole show. And customers actually targeted us to come to our booth to help teach their employees. Final inspection and shipping. These are for Mercury Marine. Mercury is extremely busy with COVID-19. Shipment again for France. These are all going to YKK in Germany, or sorry, in Japan. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you sharing some of your time with me. If we can be of help in any way whatsoever, I'm not sure how, but you're more than welcome to pick up the phone or send me an email, and anything we can do to make Durham better or Uxbridge better, we're definitely committed.